Hello everyone, Zelx here, and today I'm here with Zerbat Control, featuring one of the latest legendaries from the mini expansion Zerbat Spreading Corruption, which is a really good card. And mainly because one, I did not read and didn't realize this is a choose effect, so it just literally got rid of all of its consistency problems that I was worried about, and she just ended up being an amazing card in general for Shadowcraft. And I decided that what better way to play Zerbat than in a absolute troll deck of my own making, Zerbat Control, where my main goal is to just play the game. Not win the game, play the game, mind you. Because more often than not, you're not gonna win the game. But hey, at least I'll get a reason to run one of my favorite cards, Phantom of the Strings. You might be asking who, but look, she's fun, okay? I like her. It's a fun card. I had fun. And maybe if you try out this deck, you'll have fun too. Sometimes. But yeah, she does come into clutch sometimes. She actually does do stuff though, okay? Look, you may say that she's bad, and yeah, she is, but hey, she enables some very fun shenanigans sometimes. And since I'm probably only gonna show one game with this deck, that game is probably gonna showcase to you why I love this card so much. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, do leave a like, leave a subscribe. It really does help out. And without further ado, let's get right on to the game. So yes, here I am for my replay files. We are up against Havencraft, which usually I don't like to match into, especially when playing meme decks. But when I am playing my Shadowcraft control decks, this is probably one of, if not the most fun matchups I could ever have. Most of the time, usually that's how I feel. But yes, starting off with Haunted Mansion, which is actually a really good card. Yes, I know not a lot of people play. Actually, a lot of people play it now because they realize how much shadow it actually generates and how much gold it actually then generates for early damage. Which obviously for me here, I'm mainly using it as shadow generation and for early game cards to play, which, well, I get some golds, which is pretty good. So, but if you look at my hand right now, it's not exactly the best. I don't really have any good plays early game, which is why I'm relying totally on golds, and which is why this matchup is so good for me, because most Haven decks are not really good early game. So this probably get rid of my biggest weakness of this deck very early on. Of course, maybe you can change the deck list a little bit to make it better in the early game. I just didn't bother to. I was wanted to play something slow. I wasn't looking to cook that day, but yes, as you can see, they play Illuvia, they're playing heal, which usually would be bad, but there's enough board control tools in my current Shadowverse deck to actually, well, straight up win the game. Or actually not win the game for me, clear the board for me. Right here, Goddess of Compassion plus Blooming Dancer did really well in clearing this board, and Phantom of the Strings came a moment too late. Otherwise, I could have stolen the Illuvia for myself and started playing Heal Shadow. But she did not came too late. In fact, she came right on time for me to steal Lena and begin playing Lena Shadow instead. You know what? If it works out, it works out. Don't question how if life gives you a Lena, play Lena Shadow. That's how it goes. So yes, now our Haven opponent is at a bigger disadvantage now, and I got my other Phantom of the Strings. So if he does play Illuvia again, oh ho ho, we are on even footing. But anyways, where was I? As I was saying, usually Haven, they rely on these strong leader effects to maintain board presence, but now their board late game is usually a lot slower and not as reactive as my current deck. So if we also get the same advantage as them, like having their own leader effects on our side, we usually have a better advantage and are more likely to win. see, just look at their turn 6 compared to my turn 7 and maybe their turn 7 right now, you see like quite the difference between the cards we play and the sort of value we get from each card. Right there, this is some of their best plays, which, okay, to be fair, is not the worst. It's actually really good, and they have an ambush follower that's a 7-8, but compared to my turn 7, I feel like mine was a little bit better. I developed more board, and even with their ambush follower, I could clear with Cornelius, and ooh, we got an Illumia. Now isn't that nice? Here they play Divine Minister, very strong card in a control matchup. I'm surprised they did not evolve and trade into my Illuvia on my board. Maybe they thought she wasn't a threat, but unfortunately for them, I have Zubat, which recovers evolve points, and now I have completely gotten rid of their advantage, which is their heal effect, their leader effects they get from Illuvia and Lena, and now I am fully playing Heal Shadow. Amazing. And here I got a little bit lucky. I managed to... the 2 Divine Minister managed to hit 2 of my most useless followers, so I got 2 very big bodies from their Lena, which, you know what, I borrowed, and so that we can have a fair game. Quote unquote fair game. Hey look, this is really fair, okay? Here's a second Divine Minister pushing them over 5 into 6 play points, so now their Lena does 3, but doesn't matter, I have Cornelius, I can clear the board easy, they can banish 1 follower, which is my Illuvia, which suck. Here I click Chronos, which I didn't actually play for the 10 play point effect, I honestly just playing it so I can set them back a couple of turns. Could be potentially game changing, I'm not sure if it actually is, it may have prevented Apostle or something. But here you could see how the extra healing is starting to actually build up. Look at all these guys getting extra attack and defense just from Lena's and Illuvia's effect combined, which is really, really strong. But that's not all, because look, I'm still, even though I'm a Shadow follow, playing Shadowcraft, I still get to play. I still have a chance to play a lot of healing tools with my deck, which is exactly what I'm playing for. Here, Drop of Kindness heals for 3, buff my entire board. Muse Goldman playing healing for 1, buffing my entire board once again. At this point, I really bet if you just look at the board, you almost couldn't tell who is playing Haven at all. Like look, this almost looks like a Haven board. I'm actually serious. Thief Shadow strikes again. Another Moose Goldman, probably making and setting up another gigantic board with Divine Minister. Very scary most of the time, if not for the fact that my followers can grow really, really big as well. And not just that, I also have more effect destruction. Discaria is able to destroy these guys for easy. And honestly, I just use my Phantom of the Strings to get rid of that. Divine Minister is slightly better in my opinion. Not that matters. And Chronos comes back, giving me more evolve points, more play points. And honestly, I'm just here making his life miserable. He thought he's gonna win the control matchup. Guess what? I'm just better at controlling than he is. But hey, this is just one of those matchups that just works out in my favor at this one point in time. And look at that. Heal Shadow is kind of a thing, I guess. As you could probably tell, I have a lot more control tools than they do. They ran out of resources already. It's not really their fault. I'm just better. I'm just better at using Lena and Illuvia than my Haven opponent is. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.